A single incendiary device was enough. A cable bridge at a major urban railway hub in Berlin was attacked recently. The result was a power outage and serious disruption to train traffic and mobile phone networks. Left-wing extremists claimed responsibility, but have yet to be caught. The incident illustrated society's vulnerability and has triggered a political debate.
We need to look into the security of our technical infrastructure in order to understand the dimensions involved and what could potentially happen. 1 week without electricity, water, and the internet would be too much for the country to take.
Ich glaube, das hält unser Land Deutschland nicht aus.
In modern society, personal transportation and communications are crucial. Going shopping, doing business, or calling for rapid help in an emergency. All these things are dependent on one thing: electricity. People are taking a look at this dependency. Thomas Petermann is one of them. Here at the Office for Technology Assessment at the German Parliament in Berlin, experts simulated a simultaneous power cut in several regional states. The experiment showed how ill-prepared the country is. After just a few days, there would be chaos nationwide and colossal financial losses.
Even the civil protection authorities wouldn't be able to do what's actually required of them, which is to maintain continuous communication with the public in order to bolster confidence and prevent panic. What we need to do is think about how crisis communications can work without electricity.
Until now, power outages have been bearable. The physical damage tends to be only local and temporary. But with society increasingly dependent on interconnectivity, the network itself can potentially be the biggest danger. In Germany, sensitive industrial facilities like power plants are not connected to the internet, but they are not entirely sealed off from the outside world. Security experts see a risk of attacks on electricity grids because their maintenance and supervision makes them impossible to seal off. They claim that both the government and big business have lost sight of exactly how many things are connected with each other or the internet.
There are also indirect connections, like me bringing a maintenance laptop into a closed section of a power station that isn't connected to the internet. When I take it back to my office and plug it into the internet, it's like a bridge where I can enter with an online attack.
Interior Minister Hans-Peter Friedrich has recognized the dangers, and the government has expanded its online crime task force. Next week, it will be launching a national cyber defense center, bringing together police, intelligence agencies, and the military. IT experts hope it will be able to detect attacks on infrastructure before any real damage is done.
We have a range of weak points, which are increasingly affecting control systems used in critical infrastructure. We've already seen 50 control systemic weak points of this type since the start of the year. That means the risk to critical infrastructure has grown.
The problem is that around 80% of the electricity grids and facilities in Germany are in private hands. The government only has limited power to lay down what security measures they should take. And the operators have only limited liability, up to a maximum of 40 million euros.
The problem is that it's a very high cost factor for the power plant owners, incorporating security, decreasing connectivity. It all means employing more staff, and that's something they won't do voluntarily.
So how much can we expect industry to do to protect us? Another major debate at the moment.
I think there's an increased awareness of the problem. The question is whether we're addressing the issue with enough vigor and speed, or whether the problems have already overtaken us.
Many legislators are calling for stricter regulation of the energy companies to try and catch up in the race to safeguard the infrastructure society so much depends on.